my name is Pablo from FX Solutions, and today we are going to do the Master Your Entries Part 2. So if you are new to this channel, please tune in up until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also click on the notification button. Welcome back, guys. So we're gonna start with the video, and without wasting any time, as you can see, price has been moving to the downside from this point here. So we've been trending to the downside. We had a mini counter trend move, but then we still managed to continue going to the downside. So as you can see, we printed our lowest low here, and price started to change in direction. And obviously when price does this, we don't know yet whether price is going to reversed all the way back to this point here or what. So we need things that are gonna confirm for us that price is indeed going to reverse or going to continue going with the downtrend. So as you can see, we also had this low here, which was our previous low, and obviously we need to mark our previous low. As you can see, we came here to test this area here, came back for a double bottom. So if you look at this double bottom, it's actually interesting because the this low here was actually higher than the previous low. So this indicated that we might be having a higher high, hence we had a higher low. So as we all know, higher highs and higher lows, they tell us that price is going to the upside. So obviously after getting the higher low, I was expecting a higher high, and then we obviously got the higher high. As you can see, this was our previous low, and then we had this was our previous high. We had this high here, which was higher than the previous high. So this indicated that we might still be going to the upside. So what I was actually looking for is for price to test this area again so that we can continue to the upside. When price does this, it would create what we call an inverse head and shoulders. As you can see, this is what we had this shoulder here, we went here, came back to the downside, created our neckline, and then came back to the downside, broke our neckline. So after breaking the neckline, I was obviously expecting some kind of a continuation pattern so we can enter by going to the upside. So as you can see, this was our continuation pattern, which was a bullish flag. This flag was actually a bit steep, but then it was still worth taking. So as you can see, we had our first touch here, second touch, and obviously your entry was going to be on the third touch here at the bottom of the structure, obviously your target being the beginning of the whole move. Our stop loss was not going to be like this. Obviously our stop loss was going to be tight. So as you can see, this is a very good trade. You don't get trades like this on an everyday basis. As you can see, this is like a 1:15 risk to reward ratio, which is quite good. Obviously if you are more of a conservative trader, you would take the trade at the break of the structure. So if you are more conservative, you're gonna take the trade somewhere around here and obviously target the beginning of the whole move. So there was actually many opportunities to enter this trade to the upside. If you had missed all of these trades here, obviously we had our first impulse, and then we had this mini flag here, this mini correction, which is called a tight flag. This is a very good trade to this is a very good pattern to enter, and obviously we're gonna take the trade at the break of the structure and target somewhere around there. So this was going to be our trade, and these were all the opportunities of entering the trade. So moving to our second example, as you can see, we had what we call a rising wedge. So as you can see, we've been moving to the upside, and after creating this high here, price began to create a pattern, which is what we call a rising wedge. So as you can see, we had the first touch here, second touch, and obviously we were expecting a third touch somewhere around here. Obviously what you expect on the downside, you also expect on the upside. As you can see, we had our first touch here, second touch, and this was our third touch. And as I said in my previous video, a third touch is actually a confirmation that the trade might be ready to take off. So we have number one, we have the third touch as our confirmation, and also you also need to look at the candlesticks and see what we might form that can also confirm that the trade is ready to go to the downside. And as you can see, we have a double top here, so this is where I was going to enter my trade, right after the double top at the top of the structure, and obviously target somewhere around here. So this was going to be my first TP, and obviously the main target is the beginning of the correction. So this is where we're going to enter our trade. And if you miss this trade, obviously, as I said in my previous video, you can wait for the break of the structure and then a continuation pattern, maybe something like this, and then continue going to the downside. Sorry about my drawing, guys, but you get the idea. So since we didn't get something like this, obviously you need, if you don't get something that you've anticipated, you wait for price to give you something that you can base your trade on. So as you can see, we had this, we moved back inside the structure, but we began to move correctively. And by marking this area, I knew that this was a very important area. Price might come back here and create something that's gonna take us to the downside. And indeed, price did create a correction, and this is where we were gonna take our trade right after the breakout. Obviously our stop loss has to be somewhere around here, then our target, the beginning of the correction. So if you also miss this trade, there's actually another opportunity to enter on the scaling opportunity. So as you can see, we had this bearish engulfing candles, and then we began to correct. So we're actually gonna enter this kind of flag somewhere around here at the break of the structure. Obviously our stop loss somewhere around our previous high, and then our target being the beginning of the whole move. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Unfortunately, this is the end, so please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also click on the notification button.